Hello, we're going to discover Max, one of the Mercure HEC nominee for the North American region. Hello, Max. Could you please introduce yourself, give your name, your diploma, the year, and your area of expertise?
Hi, thank you for taking the time with me today. So my name is Max. My diploma is the HEC Grande École. My major was entrepreneurship, and my year is 2016.
Can you share with us your journey as an entrepreneur?
Absolutely. So I started my first company as I was studying. So during my last year as a major in entrepreneurship, with a company called Le Miel Sauvage. The goal there was to basically source very rare honeys to bring them to chefs and other people working with premium products. And we had a lot of fun. We won Concours Général, Médaille d'Or of the Salon d'Agriculture. We won the Meilleur Ouvrier de France with Guy Krenzer from Le Nôtre. But at some point, I wanted something different. So I created a second company called La Culco, where I was focused more on tech. So we were working with open innovation on a tech called Arduino. And with this tech, we were basically plugging on a very cheap open innovation microchip, a lot of sensors to make environments smart. So we worked with Vinci in vibration detection on bridges or temperature detection in roads to prevent icing or freezing hazard. And we worked also with all the automated greenhouses. And this is where, at some point, I had the opportunity to go to the US to find the perfect marriage between my two passions, which were bees on one hand and tech on the other one. And this is where I embraced UBees, and we created a company in the US. And we started with some first acquisitions in order to save the bees and do some good, offering the agriculture worldwide a solution, a nature-based solution that was more sustainable than the intensive agriculture we all know.
So for you, Max, what is the most important quality to be an entrepreneur?
Well, the one that was said to me day in, day out while I was studying was resilience. And I would tend to agree, but with the experience of the years now, I would say creativity, because I think as an entrepreneur, every day brings new challenges. And you, of course, need to be resilient to navigate them, but you also need to be creative because you are sailing to a new world and discovering new things every day. And you need to be creative to find solutions and find ways to still get the ship going.
Yeah, that's right. And what were your motivations to start such a journey? Maybe what was your dream?
Well, my dream was to find solutions creating value that was very easily reached. So, for example, there's a lot of people working in very complicated tech companies and really changing the world in them, and I have a huge respect for them. But my passion and my dream was always to kind of reinvent or find ways to make simple things more efficient and make big changes with simple things, so to say. And during my studies, I encountered the bees and found out how important they were and how big of an impact they had without really knowing. Basically a third of every bite we eat requires bees to be pollinated. So there is a fruit in the end that we can put in our plates. Not speaking of what we eat, 80% of the plants producing the oxygen we all breathe are basically needing bees to reproduce, create seeds, and then go to the next generation. So I just got fascinated by how important this little insect is and how big of a value chain you had behind this little insect. And I think this is where I fall in love, and I said, okay, I'm going to do something with bees, because I think we can have a tremendous impact thanks to them, in a very natural way. And this has been my journey since then, and my inspiration, because we've seen, production in avocado plantations in Colombia double thanks to our bees pollination. We've helped small farmers raise above the poverty line because we help them to increase their coffee yield by 30%. In the US, we work with almonds. California produces 80% of the world's almonds, and without bees, they could just simply not produce. So yes, I guess this is what inspires me and motivates me, is achieving a great impact with small things. And this is what I'm trying to do every day.
Yeah, I know that bees are your best friends and that you take very good care of them. You listen to them, what they say. You say that they speak to you, because you have sensors that captivate what they feel, how they feel, if they are too warm, too cold. And also you said one day, if the bees are happy, we are happy and the world is saved. So that was very important. I mean, something I really think about.
Correct. Correct. We have developed a sensor which is indeed listening to the bees, and so we listen to their whispers, and this is helping to keep them happy, to make sure when something is missing or something is bothering them that we can detect it and then find a solution. And I think this is a revolution. This is a technology we have patented, and we have added to this a 90 days training program, allowing us to turn every farmer on this planet into a sideline beekeeper. So he's not going to be an expert, but he's going to be able to install and run a few beehives on his farm, kind of to go back to the ancient wisdom, to be able to have his food, his bees, and to produce in a more sustainable and green way without the intensive way we know, or all the chemicals. And this is really due to indeed the expertise we have developed, listening and understanding the bees, their needs and their impacts.
So Max, do you have any flows you can share with us?
I have a lot. I have a lot, but I guess my one that I have is linked to actually my love for the bees. But I think I have really a love for them, and this makes me sometimes emotional. And every time a hive dies, which happens, let's face it, we're in a world where death, is around us sometimes, and this happens to my bees also. So it's difficult sometimes to keep a cool head and take the right decisions because of my bound or the emotion I have when I think about my bees. They're a bit like my babies.
Yeah, when I said they were your best friends, I was really right about that. Definitely.
Correct. So I think you need to be passionate and love them to do this job, because it has always been a bit of a mystical job. Beekeepers are a bit strange people in the agriculture world, and so yeah, I think you need to have a connection with that to be happy.
Let's be happy. So thank you, Max, for sharing all this with us. And congratulations again for being a nominee for the North American region. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for your time. And please vote for me to help me continuing saving the bees and the food of our planet with them.